Hi there, it's Rose. Welcome back to my channel. Happy Sticker Saturday. So I'm very excited. Today is July 25th, Christmas in July, the 25th. Perfect day for Sticker Saturday. So I am breaking out brand new Christmas stickers from Hobby Lobby. And this brand is Creative Life Christmas Craft. There's 23 stickers in this package, and this was just released. Now, I went into Hobby Lobby thinking maybe I'll have some luck and find some Christmas paper. Paper wasn't out yet, but I did find this sticker pack, and of course, I thought perfect for Christmas in July. I love the colors in this collection. As I said, there's 23 stickers: Merry Christmas, the snow globe, the snowflake, a little gingerbread house with the tree, candy canes, and peppermints, and of course, Santa, and the hot cocoa mug with whipped cream. There's a little pink tree, joy, another little cabin, and pink snowflake. And I just think these images are adorable. And of course, I can't resist a super cute Santa Claus. If you know me, you know. So this is the sticker collection I'm going to be using for this week's Sticker Saturday. Let's get into it, and I'll show you what I created using some of these fun stickers from Hobby Lobby. Okay, so I decided to make some artist trading cards using those super cute Hobby Lobby stickers that are just released for Christmas. And when I was planning to do the ATCs, I said, well, what paper am I going to use? And I kind of dug through my paper stash and came upon the Walking in the Winter Wonderland paper pad. Now, this was also from Hobby Lobby. It was from Hobby Lobby, I believe, last year. And I fell in love with it all over again. When I bought it, I was in love with it. I used some of it last year, but not a lot. And then, I sort of stored it away and didn't think about it. But when I was making these ATCs, I really thought this paper collection was perfect. And I took it out and I love it. There are 15 designs, 4 of each, 60 sheets. Now, this was $7.99 last year. And it's 8.5 by 11. I think if it comes back this year in some form, it won't be $7.99. I guarantee you that. But I was really, again, I was reminded with the quality of the paper from Hobby Lobby. Some of their paper can be really thin. This is not. This is a good weight paper and just beautiful designs. I'm just going to do, this is one of my absolute favorites, this poinsettia. I remember using it last year because I love the pinks with reds and just the different tones of green and the fact that it sort of looks like it's already splattered. And then this one I think is beautiful with the birds. Yeah, I hope they do bring this back again this year. If they do, I would highly recommend it. Again, this one looks like it's got some of that splatter, that white snow splatter. And this is pretty too. And then this one is a really pretty, very, very soft teal with the snowflakes. Beautiful. This is another one of my favorites. It looks like it's watercolor. I just love it. And so I had a hard time choosing when it came to the papers. This one is one of my favorites with the trees. I did use a piece of this. And, I really kind of, oh my gosh, the candy canes. Yeah, this is a great pad. Leave me a comment and let me know if you picked it up last year. And of course, bows are so popular, but they're especially nice at Christmas time. I love the red bows. And then these wreaths. This is another one that's one of my favorites. So this is kind of a sleeper paper pad. I think a lot of people might have thought, oh, I don't really need more paper. And I always think that too. And then when you break open some of these, you really are surprised with how great they are, especially for that price. I mean, that's the price of, a 6x6 paper pad if you're lucky at Hobby Lobby. So I'm sure I also got this on sale when they had one of their 40% offs, but even if it wasn't, that's a great value for 8.5 by 11, good quality paper. So of course I use this. Now I also brought in some distress inks in Festive Berries, Crushed Olive. That is really a very pretty green. and Vintage Photo. I love all of Tim's inks. I stick with the, the original Distress. I have some oxides. I don't have all the oxides. I think I'm sort of finishing up my collection of those in the mini size because I don't like the way the oxides dry down as much as the original Distress. These stay truer, in my opinion. That is my OG and favorite. I brought in some assorted stickles. This is my absolute favorite. I talked about it a lot last year when I did Christmas cards. This is the glitter glue from Recollections. It's sort of, it's sort of the knockoff of Stickles, but I like it better than Stickles. So I used some of that. This gold, I think it was also from Michaels. I really like that one. For Stickles, I brought in, of course, a green, a really pretty green, a true Christmas red, and then this one, which is kind of like a pinky mauve color. And then I had these sprinkles that I added to a couple of my cards. Again, I think these were from Michaels, and they're sort of clay bits and little star and snowflake cutouts. And then the Grabby acrylic white gel pen, which is another one of my absolutely new favorites. I love doing some white dots and dashes with this really good quality acrylic marker. So let's get into it, and I'll show you the ATCs that I made using those stickers. Okay, so here's my first one. Of course, I did some paper layering. I used a green card stock for the base, and then I layered up, this is actually that plaid from the paper pad, but I distressed it. I used the Festive Berries and some Vintage Photo, and then this is a green layering piece. I forgot to mention that the sentiments that are on most of these are from Tim's Christmas sentiment book of stickers. Here I've cut out one of those birds from the page, and I've kind of distressed around that a little bit and added some stickles, and this is one of the stickers from the paper pad. The candy cane with the bow I think is so pretty. And because the stickers didn't have a lot of glitter, I felt that I could really go ahead and add some glitter to the images. And then on some of the other ones, you'll see I added it to the stickers as well. And then I added some of those flat snowflakes. I keep my ATCs kind of on the flat side just for ease of mailing when I'm sending them out. The backs are always blank for me to add my information before I send them. So I do add 110-pound white on the back of all my ATCs for stability and for, a place to put my information. So that's the first one. Now I wanted to use these letters with the joy. This is from the sticker pack. It spell out joy, and I really loved that with the different color of paper. So again, here's that really pretty poinsettia paper. I layered it on the green sort of check background. I did a red card base for the first layering piece. And then these are some little poinsettias and flowers that I had in my stash. I wanted to layer those up. And you can see, if I kind of get a little bit closer, you can see some of the bling there. I did add some of the stickles to the flowers and around the base, and then for the center of that poinsettia. And then I used the acrylic marker for some snow dots there. I love that sort of texture and mixed media look to that one. Now I think this one is my favorite because I wanted to do a pink because I love that this sticker was a pink tree. Now, these are two different stickers. So the little gingerbread house had a green tree next to it, but I wanted to pop up I wanted to use this pink tree, and I wanted to use the pink snowflake. So here I have the pink base, and then that really pretty paper that had the trees, and you can see the crushed olive that I added around that. And of course the white pen. But then I did add, because these stickers didn't have glitter, I added my favorite clear glitter that looks like kind of frosted snow around the gingerbread house, on the tree, and on the snowflake. And then I added some gold stickles around the tree because it was already gold, but I just wanted to make that pop a little bit. And then the sentiment here is a Christmas dream. It sort of looks like you're looking into a snow globe, in my opinion, like a pink snowy globe, and then maybe you would see this little vignette of the gingerbread house and the pink tree. I really do like the way that one turned out. Of course, the backs are all blank, and this one does have some dimension, just a little bit, not too much. It would still go into a flat envelope for mailing. Now, it's not Christmas crafting for me unless I use a Santa, and of course, I love these Santa images on the sticker sheet. I just love that face. It's adorable. So here I've used a burgundy background, and then I've used sort of that soft turquoise paper, and I did some heavy distressing on that. And then going back to that poinsettia paper, I did rip a piece of that and wanted to add that just for that pink. So there's so much pink on his cheeks, and his hat is red that I wanted to tie all of that in. Then I've added a few of those little clay bits, candy bits, because Santa's always stuffing the stockings with fun candy. I added a little glitter on his nose, around the brim of his hat and his pom-pom. And then just had some fun with the stickles in gold and clear and the paint pen. I just think that one's really cute too. So those are the 4 ATCs that I made for this week's Sticker Saturday. I hope you enjoyed taking a look. Leave me a comment and let me know what you're crafting, if you're doing any Christmas crafting for Christmas in July. I think it's so fun to break out our Christmas stash and take a look at what we haven't used yet and what we'd like to use for this year. I'm wishing you a wonderful weekend. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.